it was that I wasn't interested or if it was just because I was tired.
Yeah, so I totally DNF'd this book.
I am not having fun. This book is making me fall in love with romantasy again.
I was not having fun with this book.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to jump in and do 7 days in fantasy, which I'm hoping is going to turn out really well. I have been having a really hard time reading a fantasy book since Onyx Storm, so I thought today I would get back into it, see if I can find me some good fantasy that's going to like break me out of my fantasy slump. So I thought I would start with A Court of Frost and Starlight so I can have this done. I've DNF'd this once, right? But I know it's important to get to Miss A Court of Silver Flames. So I need to finish this. It's gonna take me like 3 hours with the audiobook, so I'm just gonna try and chug through it today, finish it today, and then that way I can start on the next book tomorrow while I'm out and about. So earlier I watched Larry's vlog when she went to visit Yana and had Mariana there and everything. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. Best hour of my life, but I'm a little bit behind schedule today. So I got my Wendy's. We went and got Wendy's for dinner, and I'm gonna sit and listen to Frost and Starlight while I eat. We'll see how far I can get today. I am not having fun. But like I said, I need to finish this, so I'm just gonna put my headphones on and I guess clean up my office because this is a mess. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I finally finished A Court of Frost and Starlight, which, like I said, I've DNF'd this book once, but it is done. I don't have to read it again. I would give this like a solid 3 stars, closer to like a 2.75. I was just bored. It's just boring, but what saved this book for me, why it's a 3-star, is I liked Feyre and Rhysand's relationship more in this book than I did in A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I just thought they were so annoying in that book. But this one, like, they're sweet and like they have like a nice little relationship and they're like, you know, so I liked that a lot, and that's what really saved this book. Also the found family, of course, and everything, but I'm glad it's over. I don't have to read it again. It's great. I just spent hours editing like every single TikTok that I needed to post this week. So my plan now is to read Shield of Sparrows and see how much I can get done today. So let's just see what happens. I feel about this new hair product I've been trying. This is like my first official update on my Shield of Sparrows, which, guys, this book is making me fall in love with romantasy again. It's so crazy. And also, sorry if you can hear the mowers in the back. They're kind of rude, you know. Shield of Sparrows is about our girl Odessa. She is a princess and she has been chosen to be married off to like a neighboring country. She's kind of like a spy of sorts for her father, trying to get as much information as she can about said country that she's going to. I think it's like, I don't know exactly what the country is called off the top of my head because I'm forgetful, but the people are the Taurans, and she's trying to get as much information from the Taurans as she can for her father, because apparently there's something that can cure the world of the Crux migration. It's a whole thing. Honestly, so good so far. I'm only 29% into the book, chapter 18, so we'll see how it goes. I'm having a lot of fun, and like I said, this is helping me rediscover my love for romantasy, which is so exciting. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update because I feel like I haven't checked in forever. I don't think I've been in the mood to read for the last few days, especially with the whole fantasy rut that I've been in. But this book is bringing it out of me as I go. Now that I'm like 30% in, I'm like, I am ready to keep reading this book. I am so excited. Like now I'm like pumped up. I'm ready to go. I might film a little bit more today, but mostly gonna just be reading because I would like to try and, I don't think I can finish this book today by any means. I have 7 hours left in the book when I'm using my audiobook, so we'll kind of just see how far I can get. That puts me at like 11 o'clock tonight. I could potentially stay up that long, but I don't know. I'll kind of play it by ear. Okay. So, guys. I borrowed the audiobook on Hoopla, which every time I hear Hoopla, I think of Hoopla!
Sounds like a
Hoopla! Hoopla!
Gonna start reading Shield of Sparrows. I got my Alani. Oh, and I got the hiccups. So that's always fun. I also have some peanut butter M&Ms, which are my favorite M&Ms of all time. So there's that. I'm going to read for a little bit. We're just gonna see how far I can get. Like I said earlier, I kind of want to get the book finished, but I don't know. Also, Miss Releasing 10 came out today, which I am so excited. I'm gonna start doing my series read in like 2 weeks, I think. So, you know, I'm sitting on Binding 13. It's still a 5-star read in my head, and it's just so good. Time to read Shield of Sparrows so I can move on. I have a couple other fantasy books that I want to try and read this week, but I only have like 2 days after today, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I also have myself a reading buddy. This is Winston. Oh man. Good morning. I forgot to update before I went to bed last night. I was exhausted, like genuinely so exhausted. But I think about 70% of the way through Shield of Sparrows now. And what I was gonna tell you guys was that I thought that the plot was slowing down, like it was very repetitive and I was getting disinterested. But then I read a couple chapters this morning and became reinterested. And so I'm just wondering if it was that I wasn't interested or if it was just because I was tired. But yeah, I am so invested in the plot line. The romance in this book is so slow burn. Like 70% through the book and they barely even mentioned having feelings or anything like that. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And I don't know if this is a standalone or anything like that, so I'm wondering how this is gonna play out. Like, how is this gonna work? I don't know, I just feel like the plot's not moving fast enough for it to not be a series. And if it is a series, then what have I done? Why do I keep getting myself into these unfinished series? I can't keep doing this. But regardless, I am going to listen to the audiobook this morning, mostly because I need to do laundry, I need to eat, and everything like that. So, gonna work on that, and then I guess I'll update you guys if anything comes up, or once I finish it, whichever comes first. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Guys, it's a few days later and I totally forgot to give my review on Shield of Sparrows, which is so funny because this is one of my favorite reads of the year so far. I gave it 5 stars, but it's a 6-star book. It really is a 6-star read for me. I love it so much. You might have heard a little bit of my review in my May reading wrap up, but this book is about Odessa. Odessa is kind of like the forgotten princess from her realm. Her parents don't really care about her. Her sister is supposed to be the sparrow and everything like that. The sparrow is like, it's like this wedding treaty where each of these nations, every 30 years or so before the migration, they nominate, there's a kingdom based off yada yada yada. I know, I'm so good at giving book reviews, right? And a princess is chosen by the king and by their king in order to fulfill the treaty, marry a different country, and then they make babies, and that's how the prophecy or the treaty's fulfilled. But I loved the romance, I loved the plot, I was very interested. In the end got me. I'm down bad for this book. I'm down bad crying at the gym. I love this book so much, and this is gonna be my whole personality for, you know, at least until the second book comes out or I read something else. Either way, love this book. Read it if you have not already, especially if you love, like, well, romantasy specifically, but it has a similar pacing to, like, Fourth Wing, in my opinion. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But there's just so many twists and turns, and I didn't expect any of it, and, like, oh my gosh, I was crying, and it's good. It's good. Read this book. So the last book I'm going to read for this video, this is my last day. I was a little busy today. I wanted to read something that was going to be a quick read with an audiobook, because I'm still working on stuff, and wasn't going to be starting a new series since I'm about to start Finding 13, or the Boys of Tommen series. So I chose Amid Clouds and Bones by Ella Fields. I know nothing about this book. I know it's an emotional journey, so I thought that we would listen to the audiobook. I listen to my audiobooks on 2x speed, so this should take me about 6 hours. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm currently playing a video game. I'm decorating in Dreamlight Valleys. If you guys have not played Dreamlight Valley, you definitely should. I'm currently decorating my valley, so I'm just going to listen to my audiobook while I do that. So that's my plan. So I kind of had a really rough time today. So I didn't finish my book. I'm about 20% of the way through it. It's okay so far. I'm thinking I couldn't get into it because I was really just depressed, not having a good time. It's 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. I just took a shower and I have to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. But I have to wait for my clothes to get out of the dryer. So I guess I can read for like an hour until my clothes are done, and then I can go to bed. But I'm gonna give myself an extra day, you know, because this was supposed to be a 7-day challenge. I'm gonna give myself one more day just because today was a little bit of a rough one, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there.
Yeah, so I totally DNF'd this book at 30%. I was not having fun with this book. This book, it was just a lot of the bump and grind, let me tell you. There just wasn't any plot, and I wasn't in the mood for that, you know. I'm very much a mood reader, and I think I've been very vocal about that. But it was just like, why am I reading this? I was not connected to the characters, and I was only at 30%, and I'm already like, normally about 30% in, I know if I'm gonna want to stick through a book or not, even if I don't like the book. Sometimes I'll know if I want to finish it, so like maybe I can feel like a good ending coming on or something. But this book was just not it for me. So yeah, we're gonna have to DNF her. Mostly just I'm just not invested. I'm not invested in the story or the plot or anything. So I guess that's the end of our reading fantasy. This has been a roller coaster of emotions and all over the place, but I'm so glad I got a chance to read all these books, and I'm so excited to see where my journey goes. I'll probably be reading a lot more fantasy books in the coming months as I'm finishing up Boys of Tommen. I won't want to read contemporary romance books. And so I have a few on my docket that I want to get through, such as Legacy of God series, One Dark Window, and Two Twisted Crowns. I forget what the duology is called. I want to read Zodiac Academy, just stuff like that. I'm thinking that some of those would be really good video ideas. So if there's any other genre that you want me to read for like 7 days, please let me know. I want to get into some different genres like thriller and horror and mystery, like all the type of stuff. So if there's something specific that you guys want to see, please let me know and I'll totally look into it, and we'll get a couple books on the genre. But without further ado, we have come to the end of our video. So make sure to like and subscribe and comment what your favorite fantasy book is if you've made it this far, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!